Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Pillsbury Doughboy here today. Today, we're going to be reading the rest of the archives for Outlast. So, this is just me, real quick video. I'm kind of pressed on time at the moment, so let's just go ahead and get right into it and finish up Outlast. Resignation of Wayland Park. Miss Grant, you may receive requests for information from Mrs. Lisa Park of Leadville, Colorado, in the coming weeks concerning the resignation and hospitalization of her husband, Wayland. If so, please forward them to my personal attention. Wayland Park, former consulting contract 8208, resigned due to previously undiagnosed mental illness. I personally visited Mrs. Lisa Park and her sons and broke the news to them, with the silver lining that Murkoff Psychiatric would be graciously providing treatment. Mrs. Park, Mrs. Park had some less than charitable things to say about myself and the Murkoff Corporation. I assured her that with her power of attorney, she could try to fight the doctor's diagnosis, of her husband's illness. However, if it were discovered that he resigned under false pretenses, his insurance would be canceled and the family would be saddled with not insignificant healthcare debts. Hopefully she understood, but if she insists on making a nuisance of herself or tries to get around me, please let me know. This is one I want to take care of personally. Yours, Jeremy Blair. What a fucking son of a bitch, dude. Gender selection in Mount Massive contractors. Oh, that's a lot of reading. At the time of Miss Cho's termination, the psychosomatic effects of the morphogenic engine on female employees and patients had been well established. Already more than 7 female employees and patients had reached fictitious half-term pregnancies in a matter of weeks before miscarrying the non-existent children, 5 of them fatally. Female employees were moved to higher floors in the facility, then to other buildings, and eventually entirely off of Mount Massive facility. The critical secrecy of Project Wallrider necessitated secrecy in the motivating factor for the reassignments and terminations, resulting in perceived injustice from several terminated parties. Miss Cho has succeeded in acquiring a court-ordered FOIA release of the documents surrounding her termination. Excuse me. Those documents will need to be generated and postdated. Fuck me hard. And postdated, providing ameliorating information while skirting the relevant secrecies of the project. Please advise. Ethan Consultant MM 214. God and Family. Excerpt from the recordings of Dr. Bruce Newhouse, MD, employed by Mount Massive Hospital, 1958 to 1965. Father Clark, far be it from me to lie to a man of God, so let me at least say that I will do my personal best to improve the safety of your working conditions. I and the rest of the staff truly appreciate everything you do for our patients, and if you feel threatened by anybody in particular, simply let us know and we can either increase chemical restraints or administer a lobotomy or similar calming procedure. Oh, that's fucked up. Don't underestimate the contribution your sermons offer our patients, especially considering the depth and necessary chaotic nature of hypnotherapy our patients need, the bedrocks of God and family. Not all of our poor unfortunates have families to call upon, and so the burden and calling is yours. We are all of us relying on your faith and hard work. DBNR, Dr. Newhouse, MD, May 20th, 1961. Lesser-known ecological aspects of humanity. Jesus, a lot of writing. A lot of reading, too. Excerpt from 1957 and comment on IG report. Operations of TSD. 7. Influencing human behavior. Example. The potential use of psychochemicals in political action operations is well recognized, although it has not been explored as thoroughly as might be expected. Chemical division includes it as an objective of its program to be prepared to support or make such operations possible. Non-chemical methods of accomplishing political action operations are also included in the program. Note: J. Lawler, April 15th, 1958, present the... We're going to ignore that I just fucking said that. Present the above MK Ultra excerpt to Technical Services Division for budgeting and authorization of continued research into research of Dr. Rudolf Wernicke, Asset 14866, and Project Walrider. Autopsy and recovered test subjects show chemical content of bodies, metallic tumors, evidence of subdermal combustion that indicates heavy psychochemical dosage. See note 92387-HS. Berlin, 6th September 1938. Project Walrider patient status report for Frank Minera. So Frank Minera, he's the cannibal, I'm pretty sure. Therapy status: minimal morphogenic engine activity and only at extreme stages 5 and 6 levels of hormone therapy. Dream states return repeatedly to images of isolation and betrayal. 0 lucid state. Diagnostics: heavy bronchic... Why do I have such a fuck... I know what the fucking word is, but it's just one of those words that I fuck up pronouncing. Bronchial, fuck me, it's bronchial. Oh my gosh, it's like cavalry. See, I said it right that time, but usually I just fuck that up. Anyways, accumulation consistent with patients with histories of tobacco and marijuana. We already know, I smoke one of those. Exceptionally low REM activity. Interview notes. At the time of this interview, Frank was down to 155 pounds from his admission weight of 225. He was lethargic and largely non-responsive, exhibiting interest only in the hypnotherapy script pattern 9, Wernicke, concerning drinking blood from the chest of sleeping men. What the fuck? Oh, that's okay. So that's from the Walrider. That's okay. He continues to refuse baths or the attention of a barber outside of general anesthesia, stating, "If I cannot partake, I cannot share. Recommend forced nutrition for Mr. Minera if we cannot find something he likes to eat." Murkoff Psychiatric Systems, Project Walrider, Mountain Massive, Colorado. Well, he fucking likes to eat people, so there you go. The Walrider delusion. Kurt, we've got another one, and I'm not sure you're going to be able to check it off as psychopathic proximity disorder. Sorry, I got a notification on Steam, so I was just looking at it. Security guard all the way up in the admin block is our latest non-patient employee to start seeing Wernicke's fairy tales. He was never directly exposed to the engine, never even made it below level 1 in the building. It would be an enormous breach of protocol and security if doctors were speaking of the Walrider within hearing of a contracted security guard. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. And seems vanishingly improbable that he would stumble onto such an obscure mythological story on his own. I'm so sorry. I'm really trying to rush this, and I'm sorry that I'm rushing this, but it's too similar to the Dr. Samuel case. Samuel. It's not Samuel, it's Samuel. case or the others before him. It's one thing for formally sane medical personnel to fall under the delusions of their patients. It's another thing entirely for those beliefs to be, I don't know, airborne. We need to talk in person. Billings. Miscarried profits. Rick. Fun hitting the greens last week. We should make a drive more often. Was reviewing some old test records from the early days of Project Walrider, and something sparked my interest. Were you following the project back in 2010? Apparently we had issues with female employees experiencing psychosomatic pregnancies, something to do with how the morphogenic engine interacts with the immune system. All Greek to me, am I right? It was more often fatal than not. And these were employees and not patients, so a little harder to sweep under the rug. But the morphogenic engine activity in these ladies' marrow was off the charts. And these are women, I'm sorry, and these are women who were never exposed to additional hormone therapy. Now, I don't know ppm from a kick in the teeth, but I can read a spreadsheet. And if the projected profits from Project Walrider are half what they say they are, I just got one question. Why aren't we performing experiments on women? God knows mental illness is an equal opportunity affliction. Seems unethical to pass up such a potential. Oh, I'm so sorry. Seems unethical to pass up on such a potential windfall. Sincerely, Jer. The groom. Above the knees, below the navel, sliced and sewn on Gluskin's table, to make a place to push inside. The groom will make himself a bride. That's, oh, fuck me. This is so gross. Above the knees, below, okay, so that just, okay, that's just fucking gonna repeat itself. That's fucking disgusting. Kill us. Kill us. Burn the building. Worse than death here. Kill us. Kill us! Patient Dennis. Dr. Ford, I conducted another interview with your patient Dennis this afternoon and have to agree with your suspicions. In the course of a 40-minute interview, I had wide exposure to all four of Dennis's expressed personalities, as near as I could tell, two brothers, their father, and their grandfather. They seemed primarily concerned with some sort of life-threatening flood, though there was little consistency between this event having already happened or threatening imminent arrival. The clarity of this delusion and performative. Oh my gosh. I don't know. My brain is just, it's fucking fried, man! Anyways, in performative nature of the personalities' expression certainly suggests malingering. I adamantly fall in the Frutenberg camp of categorical skepticism of dissociative personality disorder. But Dennis's case seems clearly invented by an attention-seeking patient, more likely symptoms of gross narcissism and obsessive-compulsive disorder. Continue with shock therapy. Sincerely, Dr. Wolfram. Project Walrider patient status report for Eddie Gluskin. Therapy status. Lucid dreaming figures remain as murky as ever. Gluskin claims near just keep fucking going. Constant control of his dream state, yet correspondence between his narrative and REM cycles. Highly arrhythmic REM/NREM. Morphogenic engine activity plateaus at 90 ppm. Diagnostics. Heavy bronchial accumulation. Fuck. The rashes associated with hormone therapy have receded and vanished since we stopped using latex tubing. Interview notes. Gluskin remains a frustrating interview subject. He's still trying to tell us what he thinks we want to hear, while studiously avoiding certain elements of the truth. His childhood remains an obvious fiction. He's claiming to have grown up in Leave It to Beaver, despite a traumatically violent ongoing sexual experience that is a matter of public and medical record. When I confronted him with the photographs his father and uncle took, he responded with a mixture of laughter and anger. Restraints were issued. He similarly refuses to discuss his victims, both categorically and specifically. Man, I'm sorry. When I showed him pictures of the women, he would not admit that they were dead or mutilated. He is claiming advancement in the morphogenic engine program that he has not yet achieved. Said that he could clearly hear the voice of the Walrider just by closing his eyes. Clearly, he's still trying to curry the favor of his doctors. I don't know where the fuck I saw away from. That was weird. Of his doctors. I won't speculate at what he expects to gain by it. Beyond hope. Dear Sirs, the groundwork has been laid to ensure an uneventful egress of Rudolf Wernicke from structural and financial systems at Mount Massive. His advanced age should alleviate any suspicions among contractors and employees, among whom he has been cheerfully nicknamed the Crypt Keeper, and legally speaking, he died years ago. I understand patients 1436-8, 1427-9-1, and 1486-8-1 have already been scheduled for transit. I don't know why they have -1, that's kind of weird. Anyways, been scheduled for transit. We're all terribly excited at the obvious profit potential of the new project. My researchers have combed through Wernicke's files and found no mention of the 3 lucid dreamers. I think we can safely assume Wernicke was sufficiently distracted by the partial success of patient Billy Hope, along with his own infirmary, to be ignorant of the real discovery at hand. Even minimal exploitation of these resources is hard to overestimate. I only hope the new facility is sufficiently shielded to allow female staff so I can see what comes with my own eyes. Respectfully, Ellen Grant, Markov Legal Mitigation Department. 3 blind dreamers. Okay, so these are the patients that they were just talking about. Caution, level triple black security protocols, including chemical restraint, physical restraint, and separate adaptive hyperbaric chambers are to be used at all times in transit. Chemical stimulation is highly recommended for all personnel within 500 meters of the patients. Attempts at communication should be assumed to be hallucinations and disregarded. Facial disfigurement should not be taken as a sign of loss. Where the fuck am I getting that? Should not be taken as a sign of lost acuity. Jeez, man. They are physically blind, but not unseeing. Note, security clearances for Project Walrider will not apply to information regarding patients 1436-8, 1427-9-1, and 1486-8-1. New security clearances will be issued and appropriate protocol assigned. Alright guys, well, I appreciate you guys for kind of tuning in and just kind of bearing with me. It's really, really, really freaking hard to keep up with some of these videos. However, I'm not going to stop. I know that no one's telling me to keep going. I'm doing this because, you know, I want to do this. So, it's getting a little bit harder, but it's okay because you know we're halfway through the month, so I'm not stressing too much. I do enjoy doing this, but I just recently just been super fucking busy. So, anyways, guys, I really appreciate you tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.